Welcome to Hair Up, Bra Off podcast. We're here to be your new comfort fix with unfiltered conversations on random topics and gossip. As two women in their 30s, Catherine, who's been chronically single, and Sue, who is happily married with 2 cats. So take your bra off, throw your hair up, and let's get into it. And men, if you're listening, take notes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another incredible episode of Hair Up, Bra Off. Now, buckle up because this is going to be a very salacious episode, should I say. We're going to be talking about 2 teachers who are being, or how should I say this? 2 teachers who had inappropriate relationships with their students and were grooming them, full-on predators, and we have all the details. I went through all the police reports, have all the text messages. So it's going to be a lot, but it's going to be worth every second because these 2 cases are just insane. Just the details part and the teachers themselves, very, very interesting.
Yeah. Are they, by the way, is it that people picked up on these stories like for something specific? Like why these 2 stories trending, I guess? I'm just like curious because I feel like there's probably a lot more.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's that many teachers who have inappropriate relations with their students to this extent. Like once you hear the backstory and everything they're being accused of and everything that's being said, you'll be like, okay, now I understand.
Yeah, to like that
lot.
degree of, I guess salaciousness. Okay. Makes sense.
It's like clearly these women were predators, and especially now with like technology and iPhones, the police were able to get a lot of evidence, and because they have released it or have gave some information to the public, holding on, they're like really interested now because they're hearing everything behind the scenes more or less. Like they're seeing the actual communication of how these teachers were with the victims. You know what I mean? Like you're getting first-hand look at exactly what they were doing. You know?
Yeah.
So it makes it more interesting. And I think it's because the teachers themselves and their backstories just make it very strange. It just kind of shows how crazy they are.
Yeah, you kind of have to be crazy. Like,
yeah. And Sue hasn't heard of any of these cases, so she's also going to get like a first-hand, like hear or listen to everything that I'm about to just say right now, or should I say, unleash this information on her, and we'll see how she reacts.
We'll see how long I think about it after. Probably for a long time.
Yeah. So we'll get right into it because it is a lot.
Disgusting. Yeah. Okay.
So this next
let me go back.
Okay. Yeah. So this next story is about a woman named Haley Beck. She is 27 years old. Now, this woman has a famous sibling. He is a TikToker.
Okay.
And his name is Noah Beck. And he has 33 million followers on TikTok. He has a huge platform on all social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. He's also starring in the upcoming reboot of Baywatch. I heard this story a while ago, and so now I'm hearing the story, and I'm like, oh my God, it's that guy.
Interesting.
And so she also has a sister named Tatum who has 3.1 million followers on TikTok. And then Haley has around 70,000 followers on TikTok. And so prefacing that is she obviously has a famous sibling who her students know. The students would take videos of her in classrooms and then tag Noah saying, oh, look, your sister's my teacher. I'm one of her students and she's so cool. And they would post about it. Yeah. And it's almost like an in that she would have with these teenagers is that, oh my God, she has a famous brother.
Right.
You know, it's actually really funny because once this news broke and the news outlets were posting stories, they were always using photos of Noah and his sister Haley. Like every article that I've seen, they're always using a picture of him, which I feel bad because
he's getting dragged for this. Yeah.
But then again, I feel like that's what happens when you have a big platform is you open it up to scenarios like this where you're going to be linked. So this teacher, Haley Beck, she taught, funny enough, psychology and she coached. She was a coach.
I got the coaching.
Are we seeing a similarity with this?
Don't trust the coaches, man. I'm telling you.
Right? Always keep a second eye on them or a third eye because I'm starting to double think all of that. So the student was a sophomore or the victim was a sophomore in her class when the grooming began. The student is said to be very popular. He's a very good football star. He even had scholarship opportunities, I believe, coming for him for
Okay.
football. And so, like, he was the popular guy. And when reading through this report, which was 200 pages, fuck. Mind you, a lot of it, though, is just like blank pages, so it wasn't too bad. But the detectives did interview a lot of students about the relationships between the teachers and the students, and it was almost the worst kept secret that Haley was very inappropriate with a lot of her male students.
Wow.
So it was something that was known. And she just started working again, just started as a teacher. Like the second she got into that room, the first thing she decided to do was
They gotta
groom
do some
someone.
screening or something, man, for like teachers.
But then again,
'Cause
it's insane
it's
because
a
she just
disease.
started. Like I can't even fathom it. But anywho, this is the other part of the story that's very interesting is the reason why she got caught was because the same victim that she was grooming was also being groomed by another teacher from that school.
No.
So there are two predators at that school talking to the same victim. Yes. Are you sitting? Good. So the victim's grandmother saw an inappropriate video that the other teacher, her name is Angela, sent the victim of her masturbating. Again, with these masturbating videos,
What?
I don't
don't
fucking get it.
understand.
I do not. I never will. But that's what they do.
What
Similarities.
is happening?
So the grandma saw
You don't
it
even
and
do that with like a regular. Okay, there has to be something wrong with them
amen.
because I feel like even as a regular person, like to your regular
Mhm.
boyfriend or husband, like
Mhm.
people don't even do that. I mean, maybe they like you have to know that that could end up somewhere on the internet. Like,
Yep.
just don't do it, you know?
So we're going to get more into her part in this whole scandal. I'm just kind of introducing it before we get to Haley's part because we have a lot more information regarding her and her communication. But basically, she got caught because another teacher got caught, and the detectives, when going through the victim's phone, found all this other stuff that Haley was doing, grooming this student. Now, this is what she says to the detectives when they question her about the whole thing. Haley said that she had communicated with the victim via Instagram over summer because he was in a weird place about going to another school. Fabulous. So glad you were there for them during this hard time. Wonderful. Wait, okay, sorry. So they redacted some of the things, like the name, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting this right. So the detective asked if the victim had her phone number. She said yes. Haley told me, this is the grossest part. Haley told me her brother has a significant following on social media. I had conducted research, this is a detective, prior to speaking with Haley and learned that Haley is in a high income social media personality.
Mhm.
That's such a law enforcement thing to say, influencer.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I've never heard of that, but okay. A high income social media personality, Noah is reported to have 33.5 million followers on TikTok, 7.8 million followers on Instagram, and over 1.5 million followers on YouTube. Noah has
Mm.
reported net worth to be around $3.6 million as of 2024. So the fact that she mentioned her brother, I think, is hysterical. Like,
Mhm.
if I was
Mhm.
him, I would be disintegrating from just disgust and embarrassment. So Haley said she also appeared on social media with her brother, and her information is easily accessible to the public. Haley said her brother is very popular amongst high schoolers, and she frequently gets asked about him. So I feel like she's trying to set up the story like, oh no, they're just saying that because I have a famous brother.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Okay. Yeah. That's
Like,
true.
the students know him and they love him and they're probably just doing this to get to him. Like, oh, these kids, they won't stop. When will they stop blackmailing these predators, Sue? It's insane.
But and then also these predators just like masturbating and sending the videos. Like,
I
stop.
and it's just showing how they lack any sort of awareness.
Well, that's okay. That's the thing. Like, there has to be something like your critical thinking skills have not developed.
Yes.
Obviously,
Because you have to think about it, you know damn well they recorded that. They probably watched it 50 times
they
before
probably
sending
forwarded it
it.
to their friends. Like,
Oh,
you
okay.
have to know.
So we'll get into that. What Sue's referring to is the students who get that will forward it to the friends, and we'll hear about that later on because that does come
Okay,
up. So
got
I'm
it.
glad you mentioned that. But So this is the other crazier part. So Haley was very inappropriate with a lot of the students. The detective told her, I had received information that there have been complaints from other staff and students about Haley's relationship with the victim. I provided examples of hearing about inappropriate messages and being seen together in public. I asked Haley if there was any truth to these accusations. Haley said she would go to away football games with other staff members to support the team, but she denies intentionally meeting up with the victim in public. So basically, she once again is denying everything. She's saying it's not true. They're just trying to go after her because she has a famous brother. Pobrecita, honestly, like I feel bad for her now. Just kidding. But, okay. So after the interview, this is where they find all the evidence contradicting every last word that predator said. So Haley has spent over $630 on the student over a course of several weeks. She let him drive her car. She purchased marijuana and alcohol for him. He would consider her or even call her his sugar mama, and she even discussed setting up an allowance for him at one point. The investigators have gone through reportedly 4,000 text messages that they exchanged over a few months. Now, I have all the text messages that really show the relationship that they were having and their communication and how fucking diabolical this relationship is because, one, it shows how pathetic she is and how their interaction was. Okay, so we're going to get into the text messages, the text exchange. Now, I'm going to play the victim, and Sue is going to play the part of Haley, and we'll go back and forth.
Starting on after the interview, they found the evidence below.
Yes. Now, to preface this, Haley took a photo of herself before she was going to a Post Malone concert. She was clothed wearing black boots, blue shorts, black sleeveless shirt, and a brown and white trucker-style hat. So she sent him a photo, and then the victim reacted to, she sent him posty fit check.
One compliment gets you $5 gas money.
Well, I'm going to have to shell out about 5 compliments.
Let us start now. Well, no, not now. They're forced. I don't want them anymore.
I think your boots are very fitting. They proportion well on your legs. I think your top is cute because of the fray lacy look. I think your hat is fire. Okay, Belle, I see that. And I like your hair straight. Boom.
Was that hard for you? Okay, to be honest, you should have seen me the last time I wore this shirt. It was tight on me.
Crazy. Cough it up.
Where is it? Just you look good would have sufficed.
We'll end there on that text exchange. So basically, you're seeing her pay him to give compliments. And when the police went through and added all up, it was $630 in total.
Well, yeah.
Throughout a few weeks.
And also, can I also say, just already seeing in the exchange and in all the other exchanges, like how she's talking to him as if like they're the same age. Like she's basically in like a mind's in like a state of like, because how old is this person at the kid or like, right? Why is she's like, bro, like compliments, like, bro, you're close to your 30s and you're like in this weird like mindset, like acting as a teenager. That's so weird.
I couldn't agree more. And a lot of people were stating that she probably wasn't very popular in high school. And so now this is her way to finally get the popular guy. And,
that makes sense.
And have this control because she has money now. And she has the power.
You have money compared to any high schooler. You're going to have money because you're making money.
You're making anything, Oh, yeah. And that plays a huge role in it. So here is the next text message. It goes, the victim says, "Hey, sugar mama, nice to hear from you at the perfect time. Look at you being telepathically connected."
Haley laughs at it and then says, "You better suck up right now because I cried myself to sleep last night because you didn't say love you back. I also decided I don't like the title of sugar mommy. It makes me feel used."
So I just want to preface that Sue is reading all of these texts for the first time. So if she's reacting, it's her genuine reaction to what this insanity is. Okay, so then the victim goes, "Oh gosh, what title do you prefer? Cry, baby."
Watch it. I'm being drama. I didn't cry, but I was visibly shocked. Darling or doll always suffices.
I fell asleep. Big whoop. Requested money. Sugar baby requesting money from doll face sugar mama.
Okay. If I cut you off from the money benefit from all of this, I really fear you would never speak to me.
Victim laughed at. Victim, I don't know if we should try to find out.
She's like, is that a threat? I think you would miss me just a little bit.
So again, all these conversations are just all the ones that they had inappropriate, and we're just reading the parts that are the most crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so this part where Haley goes, this is a separate conversation where she's like, well, are we like picking up drive through? Like, what's the vibe? Again, why are you talking to someone like that? That is crazy.
Insane. Acting like nonchalant. This is a normal relationship.
What's the vibe? Honey,
What's the
you're...
vibe?
Oh my God.
So, victim, I don't got all day. I got to get ready to leave at 7 a.m. tomorrow, but probably like a karma thing. Haley.
Okay. And then in this, before this, there's like an exchange of money where he requests money and she sends it. Haley sends the money and says, you know, you could always just get your nut off with me. You're sick. God forbid a girl offers her services.
Victim reacts, you're funny.
But I'm also serious. Just call me if you're feeling crazy.
And that's why it's funny. Victim laughs at, just call me crazy. Just call me if you're feeling crazy. Maybe tonight.
Or we could keep it PG and get froyo. If no one was home, then yeah, preferably dad. But I guess I'll settle for being rebellious teen.
Victim laughed at, but I guess I'll settle for being a rebellious teen. Yup, just like always, a big kid stuck in high school, fucking a high schooler, shit crazy, the world we live in, am I right?
Oh my God.
So
this kid is showing more maturity interacting with her.
So this victim is basically calling her out. He doesn't hold back. He has no shame, and yet she still continues thinking it's just like funny foreplay.
Yeah, she's like why are you complaining and making me feel bad? Like you're getting basically a relationship out of me without the arguments and constant need for commitment and reassurance, so you're welcome.
The victim love says not necessarily complaining, clutch, sugar mama for real, porn start, all the perks for real, cars, hotels, even the apartment. What a gal.
And then she says, yeah, and all while you have a girlfriend on the side. Yeah, okay, but at least you know that I'm not going to start arguments with you randomly. I don't care if this is supposed to be a compliment or offensive.
Compliment. You're just not in a porn star body, that's all. And then he laughed at, yeah, and all the while when you have a girlfriend on the side. Victim says, I have a wild life. What can I say? And then he also reacted to, but at least you know what, I'm not going to start arguments with you randomly. And then he said cap on that.
And she says, there's an insult. You know what's so crazy to me? She's just like actually actively talking to this kid like they're the same person.
Yep.
It's crazy.
As if they're the same age, in the same class, like peers, basically.
Right. Yeah,
but
exactly.
You're not. You're a teacher. Hello, get it together. And in the text messages, if you see 121, those are emojis that aren't showing.
Okay.
So you can skip that. You don't have to say
121212.
Is it really an insult if it's just a fact?
So this is you admitting you have a girlfriend, because if that's the case, I'm not doing nothing with you.
The victim says, later stakes. I don't have a girlfriend for real.
Haley says, okay, thank you. I really hope you aren't trolling me though, because weirdly, that's when I'd cut off everything. Not like us being cool, just my physical and money services. So I hope you are in line just to keep it weird.
This woman, she does not care. She has no self-worth. Anyways, the victim laughed at, because weirdly, that is when I cut everything off. The victim says, I mean, if I was 27 and had a boyfriend that was a cop while I'm breaking the law with my student, I'd probably be conservative with all my services as well. So this is where it gets interesting, because supposedly at one point she was dating a cop. It hasn't been verified. There has been some students that say that is true.
Interesting. I love how he's the one that's like, if I was breaking the law with a student, I'd be like quiet.
And this is where it's like, she can't even say that she didn't realize what she was doing was wrong when the student is bombarding her in the face with that fact.
Exactly.
Like, bro, bitch, why are you here? Like, who invited you? It's like the vibe that I'm getting from him, which is insane. And she still doesn't care. She's still like, oh my God, he still wants me though. He's texting me all this crazy stuff. Like, he probably loves me.
Also, I mean, this is not funny, but like, imagine sending all these messages and then it's just like the Peoria Police Department, like all of your messages just like basically blast it out in like a page that anyone can access.
No,
Like
no.
just all of that is like so wild.
That's the other thing people were saying, because we're also going to get to a part that she also writes in her notes app, because that's what predators love to do. Their notes app is where they put all their feeling. And people were saying, if my text messages and my notes was sent to the public, that would be it. Just send me straight to jail. I don't want to hear. I don't want to know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to go to trial, because if it goes to trial, then they're going to read it out loud for more people to hear.
Mm-hmm. I'm comfortable with my text and my notes up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if anything, I would be angry because people would take my ideas, because my ideas are all in my notes app.
My notes up, Kat, the person that I am. My notes up is like it's not my thoughts at all. It's just like do laundry, pick up from
Yep.
person, like, and then it's like passport to this thing, like 1 2 3 4 5. It's like the number. Doctor told me go back 427. And it's just like a bunch of me yelling at myself to do something, like don't
Yeah.
forget, exclamation.
People are out here really committing crimes in their notes app, while we're
That's what I'm
just
saying.
trying to put our list of things to do.
Yeah,
But
or at the or like the most exciting that it gets is that I have like notes for trips that I take, like recommendations and stuff,
I have like my best ideas. For example, a gum that you can chew, and once it's out of flavor, you just dip some more flavor on it and chew it some more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a great idea. I didn't say it was
I
good.
thought you were gonna say it's a gum that makes your teeth better or something. 'Cause that was like that already exists.
Yeah, no, that exists. Yeah, I know that. I'm
Yeah.
saying my idea of an endless flavor gum where you can chew the same piece, but once it runs out, you just take it out and put some drops in it for flavoring. So then you just continue chewing. That's a TM. That's copyrighted, so don't try to take my idea, people. It's in my notes app, and I have proof. So that's the next one we start on.
So Haley says, but mainly, okay, so these messages are having a conversation about his girlfriend, breaking up with his girlfriend, whatever. So Haley goes, but I was mainly asking so you could actually come to my place again sometime, unless you found others to do that stuff for you. Now apparently 12.
Man, it was.
I knew that was going to happen, to be honest. Like, you chose to be the nice guy. There's no compromise in breakups, but somehow she's still going to do the same shit. Like, do it now when you have the opportunity to be the one that didn't do anything wrong, or else the cycle would just keep going. But your life, do you? I just feel like you were so ready to be done. Hopefully you still enjoy me sucking your
Dick.
So let me know when you want that.
Victim laughs at. Hopefully you still enjoy me sucking your dick, so let me know when you want that. Victim says, got it.
Haley says, I feel like things are gonna change with us when the school year starts again.
Okay. Then this is another text exchange after that one. Shake my damn head. I'm hungry. Fuck. My house is empty. Going to sleep.
Haley, because I drank and I'm being responsible. To smoke a selfie.
So she's gonna take a selfie that's really good.
Okay.
I think. That's what my old
I don't know what kind of language you're speaking. Brother, what are you doing tomorrow? I'll suck your dick then. What the fuck?
Victim, you're gonna pass out. I don't know yet.
I'll know after I eat this burrito.
Victim laughed at. I know after I eat this burrito.
Haley says, okay, well, I'm into your plans.
Victim, if I get an opening, I should.
Haley says, cut it out. You don't know what you're doing, but saying if you get an opening, interesting. Like, prioritize me if you want my mouth around your dick. Oh my God. I need approximately 1 day break from sucking dick. My throat is not well. Oh my God. Yeah. So she's like, I need a day break from sucking dick. My throat is not well.
Victim, you have until Monday.
Haley, nah, I can go as early as Saturday. I'm a champ. Gotta get it out of my system before I leave for Cali.
Similar to the series of messages before, Haley offers oral sex to the victim, and this is just another example of when she does it.
Night. Hit me tomorrow for brekkie, lunch, dinner, movie. 12 suck? You name it. I'm a free bird tomorrow.
So the 12 is the emoji thing again. They do, yeah.
I see.
So then the next message, Haley confronts a victim about a video a student had said another student had seen. So
Haley says, hi, sorry, I have a serious problem.
Victim, what's up?
Why did blank? So that's the other person, I'm assuming, person X. Just randomly text me saying she heard some crazy stuff about me. And so I said, what? And she said, blank. This person, I'm assuming, said apparently you were going through your phone pics and showed a video of me sucking your dick. IDK when or to who, but why is that a thing?
Victim says, who is blank, they're covering up the name.
Yeah, and she goes, somebody's girlfriend, I guess.
Victim goes, I don't know, that's wild, pretty crazy rumor.
Haley goes, I mean, scary thing is it's not a rumor.
This
Not this
dumb
bitch like putting it together. I know she's like, wait, it's not a rumor actually though.
It's like, I feel like he's trying to play it off and she's not catching that hint. And she's like, but wait a second. No, but we're really doing it. Honey, hello.
Yeah.
And then, okay. Victim says who? Sounds like a rumor to me.
Haley says, well, it's not a rumor that you have a video, if not multiple. But like, I'd hope you weren't dumb enough to show your guy friends. Or even tell them.
Of a teenager. She's hoping a teenager would be mature enough to not share these videos of her sucking this child's dick. You're right. All the responsibility is on the child. I get it.
It's on him, right, of course.
So then the next thing the victim says is, nah.
Haley goes, like, I'm not gonna be mad, but clearly he knows about all the shit we do, and that is more than I wanted him to know in the first place. But as long as no one else knows, like, all I've ever cared about is if you're honest about that part. Haley blanked out. Like, I'm assuming the guy friend's name is like, goes, why is this other person calling this other person is baby mama emoji?
And then the next series of text, Haley is discussing oral sex with the victim.
So Haley starts the exchange with, like, I'll stay up if you will come. Yeah, but turn your brain off for a few then.
Victim, and then the victim, and just get my balls licked.
Haley, sure, if that's what you want. Balls licked, dick sucked, let's run it.
The victim reacted with emojis on the balls licked, dick sucked, let's run it.
Haley goes, but like, come now if you're at all available, or just confirm you'll come at 11 so I know to stay up, lol, before I get too tired to perform well.
The next series of messages are similar to before. Haley and the victim are discussing oral sex, and then they just say when it occurred.
Haley says, why would I get in my car and drive to you when you're almost already out? This kid just has a lot of bros, not for reals, bro. Like,
so short.
So short. And Haley's like, to bring something for some randos.
If you want to eat the dick, just say that.
I wasn't even getting at that, but shit. That's Haley.
Victim goes, right.
Haley's like, well, just thinking smarter, not harder, really. Haley says, can't decline a nut. Seems like you're playing hard to get right now. So I'm also laying in bed and don't want to get up until I have to be honest. I also have stuff to do, so I wouldn't trap you here. So are you coming or?
Victim, I'm here. Bring TS down. Oh my god, I'm so old. I don't know what TS means.
I have no idea what TS is.
I'm here. Bring TS down. Bro, you blow my shit every chance you get. Like, oh my god. He doesn't make sense. He doesn't make sense.
Because he's 15. Like, oh my god, this girl.
How is she finding this conversation titillating or liking it? Like, I feel this is like talking to a wall. Like, it's talking to a child. Like, you can't deny it.
Of course. Sick.
So the preface to these chains of text is Haley is in a meeting with the other teacher who was also grooming the student. Her name is Angela. Okay. So this is the victim and Haley discussing this other teacher. Those ID pics are funny.
Haley, funny? Why? Let me guess. I was a beluga in the first few.
Bro, my sophomore year, you were like 1 billion% overweight. And now you look fire. Liked, let me guess, I was a beluga in the first few. Victim, man, ain't that right?
Haley, yeah, but you still fucked with me then, like as a person.
Victim, negative. You was a cool teacher.
Haley, is my one this year good then?
Victim, and my current teacher.
Haley, or better at least, you're telling me you wouldn't have tried with me back then solely because of the teacher aspect?
Victim, no, not at all, because it would have been like,
hey, right, I was just cool.
Victim liked, right, I was just cool.
Haley, all right, be nice.
The victim reacted to, all right, be nice. Victim, you asked, same way I think about Miss B, which is the other teacher he was getting groomed by.
Haley's like, sick. I can't even look at her without thinking of her literal vagina.
Victim laughed at, I can't even look at her without thinking of literally her vagina. Victim, right? So, Haley, your roomie wanted on the action too? Haley, I'm kidding. Victim, wow, you really are just a bucket. Just like you would dead to TS, I feel like. Haley, you're insane, a bucket. Haley, bro, he could very well be a minor, and I would never do this for a stranger. I
Not
don't
the
know what.
stranger minor part.
That's where she draws a line.
I know, not the stranger.
That's where we stop at the, like, that's too much. Now everything below is deleted from her notes app, but it's a lot,
Okay.
so I don't know if it's worth reading.
Oh, okay, I see all the notes. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe we're reading for too long, but I think the TLDR or like the summary is that she definitely was acting like a 15-year-old, I guess.
Yeah. If anything, I'll just put it on here, so if you want to pause and read it, you can pause and read it.
Yeah.
So these
Yeah.
are the notes that she had in her notes app that she tried to delete, but of course they always go back and they find it. And it's very long, and I'll put it here so you can read yourself and see that she's fucking psycho.
Mhm.
And then the other thing is the police found a note that was handwritten that was meant for the victim. And it's basically just stating how it's just confirmation that they had a relationship. She was talking to the victim because he was away somewhere and she just wanted to reach out and write to him, talking about how happy she is to have him in his life. And I did
Crazy.
highlight some things. She goes, she's reminiscing on all their fun times, and she goes, all the random times you fell asleep on my couch waiting for me to invite you into my room. That's fucking psychotic. She goes, for this relationship being, quote, extremely wrong, I feel like we have made the most out of it. Bitch. The most out of what? A crime? You're a predator? That's what I'm
Literally.
getting.
These people are sick, bro.
And then
Literally.
she goes, like there is truly no other student I know so wrong. And then she also mentions, I mean, you've been to my parents' house in their closet, insane. So,
Haley's
yeah.
talking. Got it.
So that's what Haley said in her notes app. I'll put it up here too if you want to read it all. And the other things that she would do is she would go into the school system and manually make the students' grades better, as well
Oh
as
my
complete
God.
some homework assignments for him. Students say that Haley and the victim would occasionally go outside of the classroom and talk, and one time they were arguing for over an hour, and people think it was because she heard that he had shared the video of her giving him head. Now, the other crazy part of this whole story is that the victim's parents apparently knew about their relationship, and they didn't want to bring any attention to it because he was going to get scholarships for football, and they felt if this came out that could ruin his chances. So they were okay with it. It wasn't a surprise or shock. I think they even knew, like, they hung out, like caught them hanging out
So
and just let
weird.
it happen. But the only reason why she got caught is because, remember, this victim was talking to two separate teachers.
Right.
Right? And so his grandmother found the video that the other teacher, Angela, had sent him, which was inappropriate. So the grandmother went to the police. It wasn't even his parents. It was the grandmother that said, I saw this video. And now we'll get into Angela because she is the other teacher. She is 47. She was a longtime teacher. She had been teaching for 25 years. And she sent a video of herself masturbating while saying the victim's name.
Oh my God.
Haley said in one of the texts, I mean, yeah, I guess, but even though our situation is still not right, at least we are closer in age. I don't like being compared to Mrs. B. So you gotta tell me this bitch knew that this kid, this victim, was being preyed on by another teacher and thought, you know what? At least it's not as bad as that. I'm not in the worst position. Like, honey, that's not a position you want to be in.
No, not at all. Oh my God. That's
So,
crazy. The other one being 47, like what the hell?
and she had been a teacher for 25 years and she was married. They brought in her
Crazy.
husband. They also talked to the husband saying, like, I had no idea or something. But we have some text exchange that is with Angela and the victim
Oh my God.
that
That's
we
wild.
can go through because it kind of shows also how different he was with each of them. and how he was kind of
Okay, yeah, Angela. Okay, so who's your tattoo artist?
victim. This guy named Creep on 43rd Avenue in Grand.
Angela's not much, and you?
Victim, just floating around, shake my head. Why'd you unadd me?
Angela, just trying to stay out of trouble.
Victim, if you say so. You got any free time coming up?
Angela, I'm leaving town this weekend.
Where to?
Colorado for a week, Las Vegas before school starts.
Summer goes fast.
It really does. Good morning.
Victim, good morning. Curious if your offers are still on the table.
Angela, yes, but not right now.
Catch me in December. I'm curious if you can teach me some things or not.
Angela, are you graduating early?
Victim, yes, I am.
I think he continues.
But that was basically how he was talking with Angela. You can definitely see the difference between Haley and Angela.
100%.
Their communication.
It's so different. Yeah.
And so now these next text messages are between the victim and his friends. And this is just proof of how his friends even knew that he was having this relationship. I can read them. That's fine.
Okay.
So what happens is they're redacting everyone's names because they're underage and they're not involved in this crime. They're just part of evidence. So we don't know who is who. So I'll just read these out loud. Exchange. It goes, so I'm confused. Like, what are you saying? Mind you, during all this shit, even after our first kiss, you were texting and snapping girls you've had sex with and hanging out and flirting with a 25-year-old teacher, let's not forget. The next group of texts is also a different exchange with another individual where it says...
Yeah, like his friends definitely knew from like reading the messages.
Here's another one that I'm going to go further down that he had with his friends. So he goes, what does FS stand for? Fucking sake? Fucking shit?
Something like that, yeah.
So it starts off, better fucking shit. How is it having our teacher eat the dick? Toothache gone, I'm locked in. I don't even know. FSWTW today. Easy laid there. Then she was like fucking sweating on me and shit. Her belly was smacking my belly. Fat bitch. Fat ass bitch. And then I had to get up and she was just like, fuck me like this. And she just wanted to lay down. So I crushed it for like 2 minutes. Then I came all over her face and then booted her and went to sleep. That shit was crazy sight to see. Sent an unknown snap. Whole face covered in my kids. Oh my God. Literally. Well, she's been Antoning the facials.
So maybe he meant wanting.
Oh, okay, yeah. She's been wanting the facials. She said she couldn't see it. Got in her eyes. I started giggling. So that was the victim having an exchange with his friend talking about him and Haley Beck having sex. So in conclusion, after all of that, they obviously found that she had an inappropriate relationship with the student. She still hasn't been charged with anything. She got put on leave, and then recently she finally got fired. But charges still haven't been set on her.
They gotta fire a bunch of people at this school. I mean...
Right? And so I don't even know yet the charges for the other teacher as well. Like, they've been acting really slow, which is kind of different with Christina Formella and her case. Like, once they found the evidence, they charged her right away. But with this one, it seems like they're going slow, maybe because there's a lot more that we don't know that they have to go through.
Yeah.
But...
And it seems like he was closer to 18 too, because he's saying, I'm graduating early.
So their relationship happened within the years. Like...
okay.
So he was 15 when it started, and then the years went on, and let me see.
Because he's like, I'm graduating early or whatever.
So Angela, when she asked him that, it's because they already had a relationship years earlier, and they're just catching up.
Okay, I see.
So he's reaching back out to her after they already were inappropriate with each other. And I think that's why she was asking him, like, wait, when are you graduating? So that she can go back on it, because she knew it was wrong when he was younger. But now, quote unquote, now she's trying to be more careful after the fact. Again, I think they only just caught it now. Like, I think what they caught was from a while ago. It wasn't like it just happened sort of thing, you know? But yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of TikToks of people who were in Haley Beck's class saying that she always acted weird. Oh my God, there's a TikTok that her brother posted. Have you seen those trends where someone starts running and they say suspect is fat and ugly? Well, his response his sister started running, and he goes, suspect is too friendly with all of her students or something. Let me see it.
Like very incriminating, yeah.
Right? Like you can't even deny. And the fact that her own brother, who mind you, they don't live together, they don't hang out that often, saw how close she was with her students, quote unquote, which is weird. Hold on, let me see. So she says suspect's best friends are her students. And she goes, that's because they're nice to me. And then the TikTok ends.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but that's just weird. No teacher should be best friends with their students. That doesn't show that the teacher cares or that it's engaging or anything other than it's fucking weird. And I think this is the first time where I've seen so much evidence as far as like text messaging and seeing the notes app and seeing how crazy they are. Because usually when you hear about teacher-student relationships, you just have to go based off what they say, you know? Like what they get out of them. But here it's like you can't deny it. The text messages are out. It's insane. So which one do you think was more crazy?
I think the second one. The
second one?
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see if they make the text messages between Christina Formella and that victim public to see how that was. They're very similar. First, the coaching shit. Second is they both wrote these manifestos in their fucking notes app. Like there's so much similarity with how they were. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a pattern for sure. Yeah.
And their age, they're both the same around the age. I mean, I almost feel like if I have a kid, I would...
In conclusion, don't let anyone be your kid's coach. That's like what we've learned, I think. Just make sure like you are volunteering for it. I see now why so many parents volunteer for it because it's just like the safest option, you know? So that's like number one. And number two, like just have like if you're a woman and going into like teaching, can you just like stop hanging out with like your students? Just like find other friends, please. Don't talk to your students. So gotta stay alert. Predators are out there. Apparently 2 at the same school. So
which is insane because I don't even know.
Yeah, throw the whole school away.
Right? And from what I understand, again, I forgot to mention this, the principal got complaints about Haley Beck's behavior. So this is where I think the school's going to get in trouble, and I hope they get sued somehow. But the students, the student assistants, the teachers have sent them saying she's inappropriate, but they just never followed up. I think they took her word as, oh no, that's just because like...
It just seems so rampant, like in the whole thing, that it's just like they have to do a whole investigation in that school, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Just, you know what, burn it down. At this point, send all the students somewhere else and burn it down. We don't need it.
Are the students even learning anything? Right? Or like...
Dude, from the amount of texts and interactions that she's had with this boy, like, was she even doing her job? Like, and she was doing his classwork, changing his grades. Like, how did she have time to do anything is my question.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
The teacher, they're not learning anything.
Stay away from them. Throw the whole school, whatever school that is, throw the whole school away. That's our conclusion.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Oh, okay. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you so much for being with us. And tell your friends, men, or enemies, we're not picky. Follow Hair Up, Bra Off everywhere you scroll. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.